Hey everyone, welcome back to Founder Story. Today we have Adam Graham, who's the founder and CEO of JustFix, the app JustFix, which is a game changer for home maintenance, home repair. And I want to dive in today, Adam. I want to learn about this industry, but it's an older industry that I don't think has had a lot of technological disruption. And it's like ripe for that because I've had my own personal experiences. But Adam, I also want to dive into your experience because I know you've taken multiple companies public already and you've had all this experience, and we're going to get into that today. But welcome to Founder Story.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with you, Adam Graham. Where were you when you started up to this point? What experiences have changed you?
Well, I've always been in technology and marketing. Done a few things over the course of my career. Run several marketing agencies. Built other digital platforms and apps for other people, such as Headspace, for example. We built one of my agencies built the Headspace app and launched Headspace back in the early days. And I was looking for something to get my teeth sunk into and start a new business myself. And one day I found myself locked out of home. And I just couldn't believe how old-fashioned the process of trying to find a locksmith was. And in my mind, there should have been an easy-to-use Uber-style application that I can just press a button and get someone round. And to my utter amazement, it didn't exist. And that was the kind of classic light bulb moment for me. I just became obsessed with this challenge and researched it. And the thing that I thought should have existed turned out didn't exist. So I thought, right, let's make it.
I needed your app yesterday because I locked myself out yesterday and I went through this process. I was just calling friends and asking for recommendations because I couldn't figure out a locksmith or who to even get. So I appreciate that. So what are you seeing in terms of what people are saying about this app?
I mean, literally every customer I speak to says the same thing, which is I needed this, maybe not always yesterday, but certainly I needed this recently. I think from a customer perspective, it's a no-brainer. Everyone gets it. Everyone understands the need for it. It's worth saying we're not just dealing with locksmiths at JustFix. That was just the kind of going-in point for me. But JustFix covers all reactive maintenance, all home maintenance jobs that need doing. You can get done under one app. So it's only one name you need to remember. If anything needs fixing around the home, JustFix. And what we're trying to do is just bring a fairly old-fashioned industry into the modern era using a paradigm we're all very, very used to in so many other aspects of our lives. We use apps to order our shopping, order our taxis, order our takeaways. So, we're pushing on an open door from a customer experience perspective. We're just trying to make it as easy as that to get a tradesperson around your home to do all those niggling jobs. And my view is if we can make it as easy as buying something on Amazon, we can change behavior and we can actually unlock new demand. There's already an absolutely huge market in the home services sector, but I'm sure you're the same as me. There's probably half a dozen things around my home that need fixing, and I just put them off because I can't be bothered and I perceive it to be a bit of a pain. But if I can make it as easy as Amazon made buying things, if I could just rock back on my chair, click a button, and have someone coming around my home tomorrow to get it fixed, I think I'd get even more things done. So that's the kind of vision for the product, to be the first name on people's lips when something needs fixing around the home.
There's always an unlimited supply of things that need to get done, but I am also one to put everything off, and it's quite annoying. And so I can see the value in having something like this. I'm curious because you are from the marketing industry. Home services people don't typically, I think, do well at marketing. They're kind of stuck to these old school tactics. So coming from the side of the service providers, what feedback are you getting from them?
So by and large, equally, this is something that they've all been waiting for, and they've said, this is fantastic. It's not right for everyone. Have to be completely candid there. Certain people maybe are quite stuck in their ways. Maybe they're getting towards the end of their careers. They don't need more work. They've got a black book full of customers that phones them up all the time, and they do things the same way they've always done them. Possibly don't even use a computer to generate their invoices or anything. So obviously, those people it's maybe not right for, but the vast majority of the tradespeople we speak to love our offering, because most of them are spending money on forms of marketing, be that, trying their hand at digital marketing, or paying for lead generation services, or paying to be part of directories and subscription services, aggregator platforms. And all of those things are speculative costs, which may or may not give a good return on investment. And as you say, it might not be their core strength. And certainly, even if people are good at it, a lot of the tradespeople we speak to, they don't like the admin side. They like to apply their trade. They're never happier than when, sawing a bit of wood or fixing a boiler or doing some electrics, and anything else that detracts from that, they find a frustration. So the opportunity for them in the JustFix platform is we remove the admin, massively reduce the need for them to do other things, and also remove the speculative cost associated with getting jobs. Because unlike our competitor set, if you're a tradesperson or a fixer, as we call them, it's free to be on the platform. We don't charge them for leads. We only make money when they're making money. So our interests are truly aligned. So it really is a no-brainer for those guys. Why wouldn't they join a platform that's going to send them jobs? They can pick and choose which jobs they want. And, we just simply clip the ticket when they're earning money.
It sounds like a win-win for them. It's a win-win for the customer. It's a win-win for the tradesperson. I mean, like you had just said, the lead generation, having admin or office, there's a lot of different positions you'd have to hire normally, but this eliminates the need for things so you can focus on the one thing that you're good at, which is the trade. So when it comes to the technology side, what was it that you said, okay, we need to get this type of technology in this app in order for it to work this way?
So for me, all of these things, you've got to start with the customer experience. And, my guiding light for all of these decisions is how do we make it as easy as possible for the customer? And I think if that's always the kind of guiding light, then ultimately you're going to keep making the right decisions. There's lots of things we could have done technically or from a service design perspective that might have been more scalable or more technical or cooler. But ultimately, I just kept bringing it back to how do we make it as easy as possible for the customer and just remove any unnecessary clutter, remove unnecessary decisions and time that it takes to get the booking done. And so because of that, what we've developed is a managed marketplace. So a lot of our competitor set are unmanaged marketplaces, which means that a customer comes in, and if they need something, they're presented with a long list of people, and they've got to check each person, check their ratings, somehow make a decision on who's good, who's not good, contact that person, see if they're available, and if not, go again. And all of this stuff is quite time consuming, and it's certainly no good if you've got an urgent need. If you've got water pouring in through your ceiling and you need someone now, you don't want to be going through this process. So JustFix takes care of all of that. Our matching algorithm at the center will find you the most appropriate fixer in that moment. And we do the booking. We send the person who we choose as the best person to do the job. So from a customer's perspective, they simply come in, they say, I need a plumber now. We run a query, we ping the fixers in the local area that are relevant for that person's requirements. When one accepts, we confirm the booking, we send them round. The customer can go from problem to solution in less than 30 seconds using our platform, which is definitely faster than all of the other options that are out there at the moment. So our guiding light's always been speed, convenience, trust, trying to remove the stress from the situation, because a lot of these things can become quite stressful for people, especially if you've got a miniature emergency, you've got something that's gone wrong around the home. The time it takes you from discovering you've got a problem to having a solution in place, anxiety is increasing. And so if we can shorten that time, anxiety starts to decrease again once you've got the solution in place. Even if the solution is not coming for an hour, 2 hours tomorrow, you know that you've done everything you can. And now it's just a case of sitting back and waiting for it to happen. As long as you've got trust that the person you've booked with, the brand that you've booked with is going to deliver, then you can allow those stress levels to come back down to earth again. So that's been the guiding light, how to make it easy, how to reduce the stress, reduce the perceived aggravation in trying to find a tradesperson.
Wow. Ease of use, trust, speed. These are the things that make you so stressed out. Last time I had a big problem in my house, I had to run around calling like 50 different people, and then everyone wanted to tell me somebody else, and then I called that person. I mean, it was a week of my time spending, and it, like you said, the situation gets even worse. Many times it's dire need, and it needs to be now. So where do you see the future of this going?
So we've got big plans for JustFix. We're an early stage company. We're still, still so many things we want to do from a features perspective. We're shipping features every couple of weeks. We've got a great roadmap of stuff that's coming down the line. As a business, we're very ambitious, and we're looking to expand rapidly. So currently, we're based in the UK. We're looking now at European expansion and then expansion to Northern America and beyond. We're looking to do some acquisitions to help create step changes in growth and unlock areas at a more rapid pace than purely growing through organic growth. And we're looking at floating the company later this year. So we'll be making some more announcements about that soon. But that should be really, really exciting for all our existing shareholders. But obviously, that's just the start of the journey, really. It's just another step on the journey. So we're hoping to bring on board some new investors and take people on the journey with us.
Wow, Adam, this is amazing. If people want to get in touch with you, they want to find out more information about the app in the future, how can they do so?
Probably the best thing to do is to find me on LinkedIn, Adam Graham JustFix. If you search for that on LinkedIn, you'll find me. The website is justfix.app. So, one of those two things, you can certainly track me down.
Well, Adam, as founders, finding the pain point, figuring out the fix is what we live for. It's why we do this. So I'm super excited to see how this app continues. I can't wait to even use it myself because I need it right now. So I'm super excited to follow along in the future. And thank you for joining us today on Founder Story.
Thanks for having me. It's been great.